while promoting Visionary Talk Radio, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to expose certain things to the people outside there, to the brothers and sisters who think that they are free, so free. Why most people think they are free? Why? Why do we think we are free when we are not free? Because most of the times that we say we are free because of our limitation in the mind. Our mind is limited. Our mind's a limit to what freedom is all about. A lot of people think freedom is eating anything. Some people think freedom is wearing any type of clothes they want to wear. You see, that is freedom for a lot of people. Having a little bit of money in your pocket, that is freedom. If you can go from here to there, that is freedom. It don't have to be 30 miles or 40 miles away. They're in the little circle from the house to the job to the house for 35 years, and that is freedom for a lot of people. Some people read certain books, and that is freedom for them. Without thinking about another man or another sister. What about your freedom? What about your equality? What about your justice and your freedom? A lot of us don't question these things, so what we see is limited. The moment you stop thinking about people in a loving way, in a kindness way, you'll always be limited in your thoughts. That is what you got to understand. If we limit ourselves in feeling for other people, that sometimes you walk in a room and we feel that euphoria. We feel that kindness that people give up, and we also share that loving kindness to one another. But if you don't have that within you, then your freedom, your justice, your equality become limited. And that is why so many people are limited. So many people find themselves not knowing their own inner strength, their own courage, because they are limited in their thoughts. So what we try to do, or what I try to do, is to wake up brothers and sisters and make them see it, in a broader sense. A broader sense, so they can feel that euphoria, they can feel that equality that they talk about in another man. So we cannot be limited in our thoughts. You see, we cannot be limited. And most of us want to be limited, not by choice, but by what you call ignorance. Not knowing nothing. We are limited. So a lot of people, oppressors, they're afraid of the knowledge. They're scared that the knowledge go around the world. You see, you got to understand that a lot of people are afraid of the knowledge, because once people begin to get that knowledge and understanding what is freedom is all about. Freedom is not just saying I'm free to buy cheap little clothes and cheap little food to put in our mouth. And the same food that you put in your mouth sometimes rotten the stomach. But they don't care. They don't care. The more things and more things and more things they feel so superior to another man. You see, you got to understand that. So I'm saying to you, get the knowledge we got to get that knowledge to free self, to free our minds from what? From the beast what's oppress us. The society that oppress you. And you feel that you are free. You think that these people oppress you, going to educate you in a proper way so you can free yourself. No, they're not going to do it, because once you start freedom in the true sense of freedom, you begin to ask questions. Because if you are free, you got to do certain things for self. And within the asking those questions, whatever question you may ask to build yourself, to elevate yourself and your family, you're going to ask question. Always this, how can we do this? How can we do that? That is some of the questions our people going to ask. And listen, the oppressors don't want you to ask any question. That is why he can give you certain things to destroy yourself, like the food that you eat, certain clothes that you wear is not good for you, but we still wear it. Certain colognes is not good for you, but we wear these things with pride. Because we say to ourselves, we got it, we get this thing, whatever it may be. You eat every night so you feel good. You don't care if your stomach is rotten inside, but you eat every night so you say you feel good. And most of us have jobs that you don't even know how to think. So how can we free ourselves from the beast? How can we free ourselves from the wickedness of the world? When we feel to ourselves we know everything, when we know nothing at all. How can we free ourselves? You see, these are the things that we got to talk about. And most of us will love to say, this is your fault, my fault, her fault, this fault, that fault. When we got to look at what are we doing, what do we want to accomplish as a race. We can't even say that as a race. We want to accomplish something as a race. We can't even do that. Because we are not together. We are not working together to achieve anything as a race. The Europeans doing it. The Chinese man are doing it. The Japanese are doing it. The Indians are doing it. They're working together to achieve something for their race, for their generation and generation to come. What are we doing together as a race for our generation and children to come? And if we are doing it, we are not doing it collectively. We are not doing it together as one race, one people, in the same way that we build a pyramid or build great kingdoms. We're not doing it that way. We are only doing it for self and self and self and self. That is what most of us are doing, self, and that is why the self become not important after a time. Because self fail away, but the nation stays together forever and ever. Because whatever you do, it trickles down within the race, within the culture. But you as an individual, it don't have to trickle down. It can fail away. That's the way you can die. That's the way you die. Your ambition, your goals, everything goes with you. So what are we doing as a nation? What are we building together? Are we building together? So these are the things, rather than your philosophy, my philosophy. Okay, you may have your philosophy, I may have my philosophy, so why not bring the philosophies together and sit around a table and take from the best that we can. If you get something to offer on the table, let's take it. If I get something to give to the table, well, I'm gonna put it. But we get this kind of ideology. I always say it. I am superior. We get this kind of thinking that you are no good because I don't understand you. This is what you call the European mindset. Anytime our people begins to react that way and think that way, your mind, your consciousness, is superior. We must know and understand that is coming from one place, a European society, a European culture. Because we don't understand the word family. We don't understand the word culture. We don't understand the word civilization. So if we're so civil, let's do things in the civil way. Let's begin to do civil things. What I'm saying is not a very difficult thing. What I'm saying, men been saying for thousands and trillions of years within the African race. Malcolm X said it. Kwame Ture said it. Marcus Garvey said it. Martin Luther King said it. So why can't we make this race work with different minds and different, I always say the minds is the beauty of our people. It's a beautiful thing when we have different mindset, when we have different cultures and what make cultures mine. Just imagine you wake up every morning and you see your face alone all over this universe. Some people may like that, but for me that is very boring. That I have no interest for me to see my face all over the world. When I look in the skies, I see my face. When I look in the trees, I see my face. When I look at the branches, I see my face. When I look in the water, I see my face. When you look in the sky, you see your face. When you look at the trees, you see your face. In the wind, in the past, everywhere you see your face. That's gotta be a creepy thing. That is not what life is about. But that is what other cultures dictate to us and want us to believe it's all about me and me and me and me alone. And in the meantime, we struggle just to be the me, just to be the I. That is why we struggle as a people. That is why we died in the streets as a people. Because brothers refuse to come together under the umbrella of different ideologies. We refuse to come together. It must be my way and my way alone.